Hi, and welcome to our preview lesson of 1.2 of Module 1 in the Life Skills and Leadership curriculum. My name is Kyle Oakes, and I'm the founder and lead instructor for the Life Skills and Leadership community. Lesson 1.2 of Module 1 will help us better understand how research into leadership process can be applied to ourselves and our organizations in a practical manner. This module will explore how early leadership research has advanced over the years. The initial research into leadership was focused on the individual traits that leaders at time possess, and this research is categorized as trait theories. As time went on, researchers began to realize that trait theory did not consider all of the important aspects of being a leader. And they began researching that behaviors that leaders demonstrate on a daily basis, and this research is categorized as behavioral theories. Continuing with their research, scientists began to analyze how leaders changed their approach based on the situation they were in, and the category of research known as situational theory was created. As you would expect, research is ongoing in the field of leadership, and the more recent ideas are categorized as contemporary theories. We'll explore all of these theories in lesson 1.2. Lesson 1.2 begins by looking at trait theory. Early scientific research into leadership focused on the individual traits that effective leaders possess, and this research is grouped together in what is called trait theory. Thomas Carlyle and Francis Galton were some of the first scientists to research the idea that natural-born leaders were born with specific genetic traits that help them ensure their leadership effectiveness. Human traits can vary from one individual to another, but are consistent within each individual over time. This consistency helps predict the attitudes and behaviors of the individual. Early researchers believed that individuals that possessed certain key traits would become effective leaders. Lesson 1.2 will explore trait research performed by Paul Costa, Robert McCrae, who created the 5-factor model of personality, also known as the Big Five. Like previous lessons, 1.2 includes quotes and images in hopes of providing some inspiration. We also want you to hear from famous leaders as they explain their perspective on the concepts we're discussing. Coach Lombardi believed that leaders are not born. Rather, they are made, like anything else, through hard work. In addition to trait theory, lesson 1.2 will look at what we can learn from scientists researching behavioral theory. Behavior research shifted scientists' focus away from genetic traits leaders may have been born with to the behaviors that effective leaders demonstrate. Two important behaviors that effective leaders demonstrate are task behaviors and relationship behaviors. Task behaviors refers to a behavior performed by leaders that attempts to clearly identify individual roles, goals, and deadlines to facilitate both individual and group productivity. Relationship behaviors refers to a behavior performed by leaders that attempts to increase trust between individuals through effective communication, respecting diversity of thought, and supporting the development and advancement of the individuals. Situational research complements trait and behavioral research by emphasizing the importance of recognizing the uniqueness of each situation affecting leaders and followers. Also referred to as contingency theory, situational leadership refers to the notion that effective leaders are those that can change their approach to leadership based on or contingent upon the current situation. Lesson 1.2 explores Fred Fiedler's contingency model of leadership, which advanced the research on leadership by emphasizing 3 dimensions of a situation that impact leadership effectiveness: task structure, position power, and leader-member relations. Research into situational leadership complements trait and behavior research discussed earlier and has led to contemporary theories of leadership that attempt to better understand the concepts of followership, servant leadership, and dispersed power. Robert K. Greenleaf coined the term servant leadership in his essay in 1970 to identify a leadership philosophy that emphasizes the leader's desire and ability to support their followers by serving their needs. Greenleaf recognized that traditional philosophy of leadership placed importance on the gaining of power, influence, and control of others in order to accomplish personal agendas like increased status, dominance, and wealth. Lesson 1.2 also touches briefly on another contemporary leadership theory called distributed leadership theory. This theory argues that the leadership process does not exclusively exist within individuals that have legitimate authority given to them by their position within the organizational structure. Rather, leadership responsibilities transfer through a group based on the situational needs and the merits of the individuals within the group. In Module 1, Lesson 1.2, we developed a better understanding of how research into leadership process can be applied to ourselves and our organizations in a practical manner. The lesson explores how early scientific research into leadership has advanced over the years. Scientists' initial research into leadership focused on individual traits that leaders at the time possessed and became known as trait theory. As time went on, researchers began to realize that trait theory did not consider all of the important aspects of being an effective leader and began researching the behaviors that leaders demonstrate on a daily basis, and this research was categorized as behavior theory. Continuing with their research, scientists began to analyze how leaders changed their approach based on the situation they were in, and this category research we now know as situational theory. As you would expect, research is ongoing in the field of leadership, and the more recent ideas are categorized as contemporary theories like servant leadership and dispersed leadership. Thank you for checking out our growing community. We hope you will join us as we journey toward a deeper understanding of life and leadership by purchasing our full curriculum. Our preview video on Lesson 1.3 is free to watch and describes the content in that lesson, where we'll be comparing and contrasting transactional leadership with transformational leadership.